Hello, friends of Komodo platform, friends of Pirate Chain, friends of atomic swaps. Yes, yes, indeed, friends of crypto, friends of Bitcoin, and all that good stuff. It's me, I'm Giuliano, and it's the 15th of August, halfway through the month, end of the week. It's a Sunday. Yes, we're coming up upon nearing the final hour of the day in UTC time, and I'm here to share price charts. We're going to take a look at Komodo platform, KMD. We're going to look at R, and we'll look against BTC, and we'll look against USDT. So thanks for liking this video, making your comments. We're going to check it out, what's going on. It's been happening over the last day or two. And things are overall looking really good. So let's start it off with some BTC. I'm just going in here cold. We're going to take a walk around these charts, have a good time, because really, what's the point here? There are so many good technical analysis available with YouTube and other sites and services. But for me, you know what? I do not see much about Komodo platform. I don't really see any pirate chain, so there we go. There's a gap there to be filled for anybody who wants it, and you're here, so I'm imagining you want it. So I'm glad you're here. Thanks for caring, and I hope you enjoy it. I hope you learn something too. And as I learn along the way, we recognize how to play and make ourselves better off than when we began. So nice support on a day. This is a daily Bitcoin price chart against USD on the Bitstamp exchange. Nice daily support on this. Nice daily support here on this 200-day moving average. Beauty. Well, we'll see. Yeah, and then so it's within this cloud area, the Ichimoku cloud area, and popped above it. You see how we popped right above it here, and we're looking to close above this cloud level. That would be lovely. That's two attempts to get in there, and pretty strong resistance, or sorry, support with using this 200-day moving average this time. So here you go. Looks like we could be having a potential for some more strength. But yeah, let's just quickly survey here in the 4-hour, well above the cloud, lagging span moving higher. And here, I'm just gonna put this for, whoops, that's not our line. I'm just gonna put this forward, pull this forward, I should say, in time. And it's not a precise and exact thing, but there we go. So ultimately, we're looking for this yellow zone target between the 50 to 56,000 level, roughly, corresponding basically back here to this halfway point. It's above this support resistance level, and it's at the top of this resistance level here at 56, right? Okay, so that's the idea. That's where we're looking to go, and that is on a daily price chart. Just going back to where we were. Okay, just going back where we were here, and taking a look, super bullish potentials coming forward. Let's check our indicators. Yeah, definitely could keep flowing. No, nothing really forcing it to stop yet, but soon maybe. Yeah. So that's why I'm saying we'll see. Definitely this first line here, we're gonna just change the color. This was more originally there waiting for us. So we're going to look for this line here. Was that original move that was getting called from down below here? And so we're looking for it. Everything has played out quite well so far. So stick around and we'll see how things continue. And speaking of which, looking at the next thing will be, let's go, I see it right in front of me, Pirate Chain. So we're using the KuCoin exchange here. I'm using getaurox terminal. It's doing really well for me. So if you want, there's a link in the description below. And yeah, you get all these trading view indicators and more. You can even integrate it with your accounts if you're using centralized exchange. Anyway, here's the deal. So Wonderful. We're looking for this zone again, but right now we're in a bit of a sideways momentum for sure. This is our major support resistance level zone. We're there right now, starting to narrow in this Bollinger Band. Now, this is a 4-hour price chart, so we were up here, we were testing, but so far this is our zone of battle for the price action for Pirate Chain. So we go into the daily, and yeah, so it was a down day, no problem. 6 greeners in a row. This previous green candle here is definitely an indecision candle, and it turned into a a red candle, bearish candle today, let's say, a downward moving candle price action. And it did quite engulf, well, not completely though. So anyway, no problem. A little taking a breather, and maybe even needs another breather, whatever, even if it comes down to this just at the 8,900 Satoshi level-ish. But this is where we do want to support and then make the next move higher, and really looking to make that move above this zone and clear that out to make the next jump up. The next level and zone will be within that 11,000 Satoshi zone here, or well, yeah, roughly. But right now, and that would be playing from the 10 to 11K. But right now, we're overall looking decent. However, here are my two concerns. My two concerns are called lower low and lower high. Okay. So if I'm going to really take a look at how I'm feeling about it, that would be something that I'm taking into consideration. All right, it's not exactly ideal, but this is just an intermediate position here where we're going lower than this previous level. So let's see, if we can get higher than that, then we start not having this lower high. So that's it though. That is the concern. But based on the action, it was all these green candles moving up. It was an indecision candle. Now another down candle. I get the feeling that we can go up before we have to come back down. So that'll be nice. Let's do that. That'll be beauty. And this is the our BTC on the 1 day. Now it is the end of the week, so I want to check the weekly candles. Oh, we'll do that on the BTC after for fun, just closing it out, okay? So looking good so far on a weekly. I can't really complain, although wondering about this volume here, but it's okay. So the reason I'm wondering is because it's lower than the previous two, and it's just declining volume. But candle-wise, we're looking good on a weekly, looking really good on a weekly. So I'm going to keep that momentum going forward, and that's the idea. Okay, perfect, sweet, sounds good. Moving over to the RUSDT, just for fun, let's take a look at the 4.30 level, $4.30 level. Wow, so we broke out, nice. We came back to retest. Okay, you see what I'm seeing here? Let's take a look closer. So this is a 4-hour price chart. Interestingly, we broke out of this rising wedge to the upside. If ever you see a breakout and you're worried, especially if you see a candle like this, but there's the chance that it's coming back down to test to make sure that this is a valid breakout. Now, we did it already over here, so you might think, okay, doesn't have to, but anyway, there you have it. We did come down to test it, tried to get back inside, but nothing could really close there. And there we go, back up with a strong candle. That is a 4-hour, and this is the dollar price, but there you have it. So try and stay above this upward trending line, previously supply line, now potentially demand line in that sense. And the other thing though is, okay, making a little bit of negative momentum here. So we'll see, maybe there's not enough strength to hold this as support, because there's always pressure in both directions, and whatever pressure prevails is the direction that it goes. That's really how it works. There's pressure on both sides, and whatever pressure prevails is stronger. I guess that's why you have the idea of the bulls fighting the bears and such like that. It's the sellers and the buyers pushing at each other through price, something like that. Well, okay, 4-hour price chart. So then what? What do we want? We want a daily, and we take a look. Ooh, so this is an interesting, seeming like a pausing candle, indecision candle, which totally makes sense. Now, considering the previous one though, just a little wary. So we are in quite a favorable position, and there is some divergence here on the at least on the RSI, and based on the fact that this is only one island, it might not count as a divergence, so we won't worry about that right yet, but definitely RSI provides that property. And we're trying to push up against the Bollinger Band. Let's see if we can continue, but this is a daily. Now the weekly will give us a bigger overview of what's happening here. So we'll take a look at that weekly. Oh, snap. You don't tell me this is what we're doing today. Oh, you did that? Okay, so here we go. You know what? I'm just gonna go right in through this. Don't you have a worry. I'm gonna get us right back in there. I don't know how they did this to us, but anyway, it happens. And I'm here with you once again, E. Giuliano, and I'm just gonna get myself right back in there. Thanks for sticking through. Maybe you just like fast forward a bit. Maybe you're watching on 1.5 or 1.75x speed. So whatever, whatever works for you. And there we go. So getting back in there, gonna share that screen once again. Here we are. Oh, wordy word. Okay, they want to show us KMD chart. Thank you. But I'm going to first resume this pirate chain price chart. Wow, I can't believe that happened, but I'm glad I didn't have to, just the fact of having to remake something or add on to it. Well, I guess I could have just added on, just made a second, right? Part deux. Anyway, so here we are, that 4-hour, we're going to that weekly candle. That's what we were looking for. Whew, I see a lot of green. I see a lot of green. So pirate chain. Yeah, we had that kind of indecision candle the previous week. But now we've pushed right through it this week, right to the top of that wick level. So very strength, much strong on our USDT. However, of course, can have retrace. This is 5 in a row weeks of green. That's phenomenal. And let's see where it goes next week, huh? Good, stick around. I'll definitely cover it for you as best I can. Amazing. Well, it seems like the spirits of charts want us to see the KMD USDT price chart. Here is the daily. Had a quick peek at the KMD BTC before this, I believe, but now it's a similar thing. And what it is holding strongly within this cloud. And that's what we were looking for. That's what we could ask for. Actually, I think it was this one I was taking a peek before. It was, because I remember this RSI formation here. Now we're finally in the overbought territory. So let's see what happens. So we can have a bit more action up top here, and then we might get some further consolidation, which means we could still go higher, which I do imagine we are coming right into here. So I'm going to line it up for us right now. Let's just take it from here to here, and this is where we're coming. I mean, it makes sense. It's just the next level higher, and there you go. So that's where we are with this right now on the KMD USDT price chart, which is between $1.30 and $1.60 or $1.70. Oh wow, even up to $1.90 if you're really playing that way. And it makes sense, hit up towards that $2 level, take a retracement. It could fill this whole zone. I imagine any type of retracement would fill this whole zone. So one idea here, let's play a little bit before we get out of here. we're going to take this fib extension. We're going to go, let's go to the wicks just for fun. And we're going to come over here. This is a log scale chart, and this should be, oh wow, isn't that fun how this lines up? Beauty. So we're looking for this 1618 extension for funsies. And here, let us go to the settings. Here's how you do it. You can go to the settings this way or through the other bar, and we'll take it and say yes, fib levels based on log scale, just to check. Okay, so that's fun. That's really cool. And that's what we're going to look for there. That's the extension. Now, in terms of the retracement, we can imagine we'll take the fib retracement from, so what we did for the extension, we took the bottom of the first wave to the top, back down to the bottom of that second wave, and then we've plotted where the top of the third might be. Now, it might be a wick, right? I don't imagine daily closing up here. And so that wick might even reach up towards here. You see how we have these levels here. So anyway, $2. Yeah. So now with this one, I'm just going to take this third wave. We're imagining this own wave, and I'm going to see what it would retrace of itself. And so a retracement within there, that would be super strong, and that would be like a fourth wave if that goes to a 38.2 and then continues higher. That would be big time. Now, just for fun, for kicks here, just to compare, we're going to compare with the first wave. What kind of retracement did it make? So we're going to go from the bottom to the top-ish. So yeah, it made quite a significant retrace. I mean, that's a pretty big retrace. So the next one I can imagine, if it's alternating, then it would be relatively less severe. This is much more severe relative to this. Okay, 80% is more severe than 32%. Okay, it's relative to itself, relative to the wave. All right, cool. So that's that. I'm excited to see coming week. We still have, like, for example here, we do have, look, it's pushing even higher. There's this one hump and then another smaller hump, and now we're getting a bigger hump, and as we're pushing into this positive territory momentum. So let's go. Yeah, we have this previous support and resistance type of level here to play with. All right, this 10-ish, 10 to 11-ish level. That's fun. Okay, something to consider. And then, like I said, again, the RSI into these overbought territories. So we could be there for a little bit as we bounce around, similar to here. See how we were up in here? I imagine it'll be something like this, and then we can pop back down and then move our way back up to make even higher highs. That's the plan. That's the idea. With ultimately, we're looking to get at least into the mid $2 levels, to the 275 or something like that. That'd be good. All right. None of this is financial advice. BTW, by the way. All right, there you have it. That's the idea for the KMD USDT. And finally, just one more Fibonacci play here. We'll take this specific wave here, and we will retrace it. And we'll say roughly, wow, just to the top would only be a 38.2%. And that would be a weak retracement, relatively weak retracement. A 61.8, I mean, we've done this before, but a 61.8 at around the 275, that would be a regular retracement. And that's only from this wave, although the higher high is, it's not that much higher. So yeah, there you go. That makes good sense. Okay, so a 618 is at $3, even if you're going from the high, from the high of the high. There you have it. Those are some fun with fib numbers for the KMD USDT price. Okay. Fantastic. Whew, having so much fun. Now, finally, we're just going to take a look at the KMD BTC. And I can't wait to start looking at, for example, the VRSC charts. Oh, I'm gonna maybe next time look at VRSC and others. Yeah, who's paying attention to Tokyo and anything else. And if you have any requests, even if it's not Komodo platform related, yeah, ask for it. It sounds like fun. We'll try it out. Okay, so room to move into overbought territory, not quite there yet, so that's good on the RSI. Same thing, we have some decent potential here with the MACD. Similarly, we have this, this type of resistance at the 0.000002 level for the MACD in this positive momentum territory here. And so that's where we're targeting, that's what we're looking to get. And so that means, it is a daily price chart, KMD BTC. We are actually at the lower end of things. There is, well, none of this financial advice, right? But you can educate your friends and say, possibly, look, there's some decent gainer-onies to get here. And what do they call them these days? 10Ds. So yeah, you can, that was about 65%, and that's just to the next level. Because I mean, from here to here, what do we really have in between? Nada. Okay, so next target is this 4,000 Satoshi level. Come on, it makes sense. It makes sense. Let's get it. So I'm gonna just make us a rectangle here. Why? Because we're starting to see that it's possible here. I'm gonna do this. Okay, KMD doing some great things as usual. I'm gonna also make just one based on these wicks over here, just for fun, just to see, what actually holds and what actually doesn't become important. How important are these wicks? Are they just gonna be maybe intermediate wicks, or are they going to be something else? Actually, we don't want that color. Let's give it a greenish color. Okay, well, there it is. Okay, so those are the levels. Actually, not even really caring about this lower box, but since it's first, we'll see what it does. Okay, so that's the idea there. This is a daily, all right? So we're gonna just zoom in a bit and just take a look here what's happening. We're getting some waves. I love it. I'm just seeing, interestingly, in the KMD chart, I'm just seeing these fractals. Very fun stuff. Do you see that? I don't know. I mean, this one's smaller, that one's smaller. Now, maybe what we're getting, maybe something to consider is anytime we have a move, maybe a sizable move, then the retrace could be a little bit like looking like it, but just smaller, right? That makes sense. I've seen that in the other alt charts. They do resemble each other themselves pattern-wise. And KMD wicks are a thing, so never hurts to set levels for, then you can get back in. Just for example, right here, this is, I'm not saying you would get it top, maybe you would, but let's say you're around here, you set it, and it comes back down, and you're getting, 17 minus 17, but it's red candles that go down even more. You're like 25%. And if you recognize, maybe you're patient, and whoa, it has a formation that's going down a lot, then that's pretty incredible. But even then, you just accumulating. If that's your game, you sell high and buy low and accumulate in other ways too. There are all kinds of strategies. None of this is advice in any way. They're just considering strategies, ideas. Especially, I'm just talking more so if you have a trading account. A lot of people have trading accounts and do that. Okay, so we are nearing, other thing I wanted to mention is we are nearing this zone here where we want to break out of this longer downtrend right here. Just going to point it out for us. So the longer downtrend here, this important levels here. And I also want to recognize, unlike the KMD USDT price chart, we are not even yet within the cloud. So we're going to look for some strength into the cloud towards this, if you're noticing the confluence of the 200-day moving average and this downtrending resistance line, potential resistance line. So looking for this confluence, and as you can see, its previous levels are important over here as resistance. So we're just going to use a line, a horizontal line, to demarcate that. Boom, from back here in March. Okay, good. And in that case, I'm going to say we can remove this bottom here. goodbye for now, and maybe for forever, not sure. We'll even get rid of you, goodbye, and we'll get rid of you. Wait, are we? Yes, yeah, let's get rid of you. Once we start coming back down, then we can decide how to plot things. So interestingly, oh, I don't know where that purple trend line went. Maybe I hit it, but anyway, we are still decently above the green. So let's see, that is the basic pathway right there. Okay, let's see, we'll try and get it within here. So that would leave us, you know, for the end of the month. I mean, I don't think this is going to go that much longer than I can imagine September being a down month for everything. And so after, you know, strength for these last 2 weeks of August, I imagine there's so much bullishness in the air. There's a lot of positive momentum. If we look, let's go over the weekly price chart. So here we are. This is the daily. Good, good, good. Oh, I just wanted to recognize, interestingly, we have this nice strong support here. So I do believe we are going higher. Okay, that is the case. Maybe it's going to need to cool off first. I don't know, because if we look on the daily, we are still outside of the Bollinger Bands. So we'll see. But there's still there's room to go for sure. And when we take ourselves over to the weekly price chart, this is where we see some good strength. Wow, and we see some good potential. So imagine maybe we have 2 weeks left in the month, and maybe we have, you know, 1, and then we have 2 more weeks. So this is this week, August 9th week. What a nice candle. And we can have 1, 2 more green candles, and hopefully they can take us up to this level here. Just want to recognize beautiful, strong candle here of 45%, let's say, but closing at about, let's even give it 35% close. So let's look if we can get about 35 to 40% there. Let's just be a bit more fun and precise here. So, yep. So about 40%, let's say 35 to 40. So let's say the next one is, let's give it a, from here, 35 to 40. So that would take us, boom, into our next box. But it would be a resistance, okay? And then if we could get just another green candle, oh wow, look where it brings us, right up to that cloudy, the cloud area. So that would make a lot of sense. So we could get one of these next, that would be lovely. And then if we could get, no, I mean, this is all just fantasy at this point. However, I'm trying to be reasonable and make sense. I don't think that, wow, so 30% would take us to the top here. And, you know, a wick would be higher, but who knows, maybe the wick would only be to the top and we'd start coming back down. And then make our supports around this kind of level here, okay, around the 33,000 Satoshis level. That would be the idea. And basically, we are on the way. I do feel like that's what's coming. I don't know if it's going to be, you know, another 30%, another 30%, another 30%. Or only 2 of them, I mean. So 30% candle here, and then another 30, another 30. You know, whatever, that was 40 to begin with. But see what I'm saying? I do believe that that's not going to be that clean. But okay, so another thing I want to look at then is an extension here. So we'll take the extension from the bottom to the top. Oh, that's not the extension, that's a time extension. Actually looking for the trend-based price extension, bottom to the top roughly, and back down to the bottom. And yeah, so I'm looking for that again. If we can get a 1618, that would be beautiful. And then if we could get compared to there from that 1618. So this 1618 is roughly 4,300, 4,200. And then from there we could get a, wow, if we could even get a 1-to-1, but it might not, even a 618 of the one, like we're comparing the 5th wave to the 1 wave. If we even got, I mean, that would be even higher than my expectations. So yeah, definitely a possibility. If we can run that kind of a bull, that would be hot, hot, hot. I mean, we've gotten 4 here before, so Definitely possible. Anyway, that's that. And we are, once again, so this is a weekly price chart. So we're looking like we're turning into potential positive momentum. Okay. And if we think of it like the fractals, I mean, this one hasn't even really been up in the positive area for a really long time. You have to go into the Bittrex chart to get the data where you see it higher in the positive zone. So this is just aching to go into that type of direction. All right, at least it feels like it. So I mean, of course, it's always possible that we get more negative momentum, but we see what we see, and we just look at the balance of probabilities, and create some biases. And these are the biases right now, right? These are the biases right now. So that's where it's going to stand for now. I think I'm done, but I do see a pathway to get back up to this, 5,000, 4,000, 5,000 Satoshi level here. And then from there, try and figure out support levels around that level. We really, really the best supports are going to be at a 5,500 Satoshi level. That's really where the best supports are going to be. So if the move itself could break beyond this level, like are we doing that? I don't know. I don't know if we're there yet. If this is one wave here, a second wave down, and we're getting a third wave that's eventually going to go higher, and then this is just the beginning. This part here is just, this part of the whole wave, but this one's that part. So anyway, it just agrees. If that's where we're going, that's where we're going. This is the KMD BTC chart, so it'll also depend what is the BTC price, right? That'll determine what the KMD price is in the USD, USDT, and that will determine what the BTC price is, because it's basically going to correlate properly, right? Now that's all I have for today. It's gone way longer than I expected, but I think I had some fun. I hope you did too. Hope there was something to consider here, which is valuable and fruitful to you. Really, you can't wait to attack. Oops, that's too big. Can't wait to attack that area though. This area here, we gotta go after that. I really looking forward to it. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for now. We see what we can see and we try and make our best sense of it. I hope you're doing well. Let's take a quick peek over at the candle here. This turned out to be quite the video. Let's go weekly BTC to close this out. Oh, mama. 4 in a row above the 20-week moving average. Super duper. Super duper. So let's keep it there. Now we see that, again, that resistance line looking to get into this zone here. We'll see how that works. All right. Good. Take care of yourselves until next time. All right. I'm done for now. Goodbye. Love, peace, happiness.